So today's video is about sunscreen and taking the sun, sunbathing, and when you should sunbathe and when you shouldn't. This is just my take on it and my experience and seeing how different cultures treat the sun like in different ways, in the sense that like over the past years I've seen in the States and Canada and all of the Anglo-Saxon countries a huge awareness about sunscreen, the sun and how much damage it does. Here in Europe, especially in Italy, yes, that is the case too, but not as much, okay? So I live in a city where we go to the beach 6 months a year, and people are not as worried about getting cancer as the rest of like the Anglo-Saxon countries. In the sense, well, here there's people still doing like idiotic things like applying. Some of my friends go to the beach all day long and they apply Baby Johnson, the oil, directly on their skin and like lay in the sun for hours and hours, and that's just like, they're idiots basically. You don't do that. But there's also people that know how to take the sun. What do I mean by knowing how to take the sun? You just have to be careful, and this I totally agree with, because I disagree with exaggerating in anything that you do. If you exaggerate only a certain type of food, you're gonna get sick from that food and you're gonna develop some problems. If you're gonna like take the sun all day long and use Baby Johnson oil all day long, that's the problem. If you're not taking any sun at all, like I've seen some girls, I've heard some girls, especially here on YouTube, they apply total sunscreen and are not exposed to the sun at all. And I think that's just horrible, because your skin needs sun. And for like a diet, when you're on a diet, you need pasta, you need bread, you need meat, you need vegetables, you need fruits, you need everything. And your skin needs the sun. It's a natural thing, it's a natural process. So what's a good trick to take the sun, and what many people do here, is to avoid the central hour. You go to the beach early in the morning, and until 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 a.m., you can take the sun. After 10 a.m., you should not be lying down on the beach. It's safe to do it if you have a high protection, of course. If you don't have a high protection, you can have, here actually people don't wear anything on their skin. And my mom has done that for years and years, my father, my grandparents, and they have gorgeous skins. They don't have cancer. My mom doesn't have any wrinkles. And most of the ladies here in Italy, down south, some, like I said, some exaggerate, some are disgustingly tan with like wrinkles, but a lot of older women, like my mom's age, she's almost like, she's 66 I believe, they take the sun with their head. They're smart about it. So maximum my mom stays at the beach until 11 a.m. You don't want the rays also at noon. Those are the worst. So from noon all the way to 5 o'clock p.m. 5 p.m., then after 5 p.m. it's the best rays to sunbathe, and you don't need protection really. I mean, of course you're all going to think I'm crazy, but that's what people do here, and my parents have been doing it, and everybody, and it works really. Just as long as you do it with some sense with your head. So if you are going to stay under the sun at noon or at 1 or at 2 or 3 p.m., use a high protection. Of course, you know, we all know that. But I just wanted to tell you that not taking the sun at all is not good, because your skin needs the sun. And you don't need such a high protection. You don't need like 50 all the time. You use a high protection at the beginning so you don't burn. Like for example, I'm extremely pale at the beginning. Actually, I use 20. 20 is fine for me. I use 20 and then I go down to 15 and then 10. Always keeping in mind that I shouldn't be out in the sun at noon or at 1 or at 2. And I never burn, and my skin is beautiful, and taking the sun is great for your skin. Like your skin is actually looks gorgeous and healthy, and so the whole fact of having a tan is because your skin looks healthy. That's nice and like glowy and healthy. You don't want to burn your skin, of course, so you have to use some sense in taking the sun. And you know, fake tans are great, but the whole point of sunbathing and going to the beach is because it's healthy for you. So just do it with a little bit of sense. And I have some samples here of the brands that I use as protection. Now I have like samples. I didn't get a chance to buy it yet because I still haven't gone to the beach. So what you always want to do is use, first of all, a kind of like a a lip balm. That's it, a lip balm with some protection. This has protection, soft lips, it's tints, it's called, and it's shimmer pink, so it has a bit of color, and I like to have a little bit of color, and it also protects, so that's a great thing to do, because here especially you might get like wrinkles. But you know, like, I don't think constantly about wrinkles and the damage that the sun is going to do to my skin, because the the sun is going to damage your skin if you exaggerate, if you don't think about what you're doing, then it's going to provoke damages. Anyways, these are the 3 brands I use. So it's Bioderma, excellent for anything really. Then we have Avène, which is French, and Rock, okay? And these are 50, they're all 50s, okay? Not buy it. These are, here they're sold in pharmacies, so it's the best. And French products I think are great. So these are 50, and I would just use these maybe at the beginning, especially on my face, because as soon as I am exposed to the sun, if I'm not careful, I burn. Although if I don't put any protection and I just go until 10 o'clock in the morning, and then from 5 o'clock on, I don't burn, and the tan that I have is excellent. And so, yes, remember to take the sun in those hours and not in the central hours. And if you want to take the sun in the central hours, then you can use a high protection if you want, but I would totally say not to exaggerate. I also am saying this because, as probably you know from a past video of mine, my grandfather was a doctor, and he was an amazing doctor. And this is also what he told us, and it's true. Like, your skin needs the sun. If you put a cream with a 50 sunscreen, I mean, your skin's just not gonna get any sun, which you need. On my hair, I use the TGS Factor. Okay, it's the heat defender. I just spray it all over my hair, and that does the trick. Another excellent brand which I used to use is Phyto, F-H-Y-T-O, and it was called Phytoplage, and that's also great for your hair. And then the last thing, if I don't get enough sun on my skin, on my face, sorry, and I find that my face is lighter than my body, I use the Sotis Sunny Glow Moisturizing Lotion, and I absolutely love this brand. I think it's awesome. So anyways, please be careful taking the sun, and don't exaggerate by not going to the beach. Go, but just use your head. So I hope that was helpful, and thanks again for watching my videos. I really care. So see you in the next one. Bye.